So we'll start. Okay, we'll not wait for others. Otherwise, people will join at 9:50 or 10 o'clock only. Okay, so we'll not wait with for others. It is their wish. If they want to have learn subject, then it is fine. So if you recall, it's visible, right? It's visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you recall, we have started the Earth pressure theories. Okay. In that we have discussed about the three cases: the pressure at rest, active case, and the passive case. The pressure at the rest that we have seen, and the pressure at the when the wall is moving away from that, we call it as the active case, and when the wall is moving pushing the soil, we call it as a passive case. And we have seen these cases. Okay, how the failure plane will occur in these cases. Okay, so how the graph will changes, understand? So the only difference what we have seen is how to find out the active case. The only difference is first to find out the vertical stress here. Suppose this is the soil, find out the this is the gamma and this is the h. Okay, here vertical stress is gamma into h multiplied by the k naught. This is horizontal. Okay, this is vertical. Gamma into h is vertical. When you multiply with this k naught, will give the horizontal stress. What is this k naught? I have I wanted to show you. I mean, somewhere it was written. No, go look at that chapter from where you will get this k naught and all. Where is that chapter? That anyway I will show you. Okay, somewhere it is written. Let me check that one. These things have gone.
In chapter 11.
11. Huh? So let me check it. Did you check that one? Just I will show you somewhere. It would be there. Anyway, that we'll see. Okay. Geotech 2. I will show that one. So go to chapter 11. Chapter 11, which you have 10-10 break, right? Okay. 218. If you go to 218, what is it? Okay, come down here. In this chapter you will find out. Okay, yeah, this is what it is given. Okay, this is what the and sometimes we represent with this Poisson's ratio also, and vertical is multiplied by strain. Okay, so that's what it is given. 1 minute. Oh. And finally it is 1 minus sin phi by 1. This is what it is given. Okay. Understood? 1 minus sine phi. So we'll close this one. So that's what we have discussed here in this, and how we can find out the these cases. Now what I will do is, now I will go to next topic, that is class 8. Now I will focus on this. Anyway, 7 at the end. This Rankine earth pressure theory we will discuss today. So we have discussed at rest. Okay. Now we'll discuss about the Rankine earth pressure theories. This is Rankine earth pressure. Here, Rankine earth pressure theories will discuss the active case. There are some assumptions. Okay, there are some assumptions are given here for the Rankine's earth pressure theory that we'll see now. It is visible, right? Okay. So where is that zoom option has gone? Difficult to find out. No, where is that? Where this zoom option has gone? This one, right? Okay. Okay, got it. Okay, fine. Because this particular thing is very new. So here, is it visible? Shall we start now? Seriously? So we have started the Rankine earth pressure theory. In that, it says there are some assumptions. First assumption is the soil mass is homogeneous and semi-infinite. The soil is dry and cohesionless. Assumes that, and the ground is plane, which is horizontal or inclined. That means this ground, whatever you say, would be plane. It can be inclined also, but plane, not any. Having some, what do you say? Plane. I hope you understood what is plane. Okay, without any this one heave or something like that. So next, the back of the retaining wall is very smooth. This particular point is very important. They will ask in the GATE exam. Okay, the back of the retaining wall is smooth and vertical. Rankine assumes some assumption. He assumed that the back of the wall is smooth and vertical. That's his main assumption actually. Rest is homogeneous and other things. The whatever the ground surface would be horizontal or inclined. It should be plane and so on. Okay, but this particular assumption is very important. What he says is the wall, whatever. What is that wall? This one. This is the soil. This is the wall, which is vertical and assumed as the smooth. Vertical, and he assumed that what wall is vertical and the smooth. This particular assumption is very important. Okay, and the soil element is in a plastic equilibrium and means verge of failure. That means if you remove the soil, what happens? The soil in a verge of some plane will occur and it will fail. Verge of failure, we call it as a verge of failure, not in elastic equilibrium. The soil is in a plastic equilibrium and at the verge of failure. That means it may, if you remove that wall, soil will fail. That is called the verge of failure. Okay. Now let us focus on this particular active earth case. Already know what is this active earth case? When the wall is moved away. Active means away. When wall moves away from the soil is pushing the wall. Then this particular active case arises. Understand? That is called the active pressure. What is passive pressure? When wall is pushing the soil, P, pushing the soil. That is called the passive pressure. At rest, already we have seen. So how the Rankine has derived this equation actually, that's what we are going to see. Okay. So at rest condition, we have seen that just calculate the vertical pressure below that particular depth h and just multiply with the K naught. Here also same thing. Instead of K naught, the Rankine has given Ka. Same thing we'll do it. Rankine has given the K, multiply with the Ka. What is the value of Ka? That we are going to find out. Now what we'll do is, let us assume a small element here. C. This is the vertical stress. This is the horizontal, vertical. We are interested in horizontal, right? So vertical anyway, we know that. So what is the at rest condition? This is the at rest condition. So let us consider the element of a dry soil at a depth h or z, at a depth z below the soil. Okay, initially the element at the rest condition, already we know that what is the value of that. Now when it is, this is the vertical stress, which is maximum, right? Vertical is maximum here. This is maximum principal stress, vertical is maximum. So when you try to draw the Mohr circle, okay, then what happens? What is the horizontal stress? This is nothing but the K naught sigma V at rest condition. So these are all the at rest condition. This is the vertical. This is the horizontal stresses. Okay, we are talking of principal stresses only. Okay, no shear and all. Okay, the stresses sigma h and the sigma v are respectively are the minor and the major principal stresses and are indicated by point A and the point B in the Mohr circle. Let us see. Is that clear? So what we are trying to do is, we have taken a small element at a depth z and we are able to find out the this minor and major principal stresses at that particular point, and we are trying to draw this Mohr circle. Understand? We are trying to draw the Mohr circle for these stresses. Vertical we know, horizontal we know. Now in active case, what is happening in active case? This vertical is constant, but this horizontal is decreasing. Horizontal, because wall moving away from the soil, then what is happening? This horizontal stress is reducing. How it is reducing? When you try to draw this particular circle, then it is coming to here, it is coming to here, here, and when it reaches the failure envelope, the soil will fail. That particular stress is called the active earth pressure, Rankine's earth pressure. The soil which is getting that pressure is called the Rankine earth pressure. Understand? So what we have done is, we are finding the stresses just below the soil. Vertical stresses we know gamma into h. At rest condition also we know gamma into h multiplied by K naught. Now it is asked to find the what is active earth pressure when the wall is moving away from the soil. When wall is moving away from the soil, Rankine earth pressure is what is happening here. The Mohr circle is keep on reducing the horizontal vertical. Here, this is the major principal stress and this is major principal plane. This is the minor principal stress and minor principal plane. So what is happening? It is reducing, and somewhere it touches the failure envelope. Then what happens? The soil fully fails. All of a sudden, what happens? Failure plane will be formed and whole mass will try to come out. And this particular retaining wall also washed away. That's what it is happening. That's called the Rankine active earth pressure. Okay. Next. Okay. Now, how to find out that one? Okay. Yeah. Now, figure Just observe this figure. So we can draw the semicircle instead of drawing the whole circle. We can draw the semicircle. So what we say that this is the vertical and this is the Rankine earth pressure and this is the failure envelope which makes angle with the phi. So here figure 9 shows the Mohr circle when active conditions are developed. Point P is represent the active condition. Okay. Now what is this PA? How we can find out? The PA is nothing but the OE. Suppose we assume this is as the shear and this one origin OE. PA is nothing but the OE. Can be written as OC minus C. Just observe OC minus C is nothing but the OE. What is CE? C nothing but the CD. C is nothing but the CD. When you draw a particular here with 90 degrees half circle, okay, which is nothing but the OC sin phi. And PA can be written as OC minus OC sin phi, which is nothing but the take out this OC and 1 minus sin phi. Also, what is this vertical stress? Nothing but the OB. OB is nothing but the OC plus CB. What is OC? We can keep it the OC. What is CB? CB is nothing but the OC sin phi. Then this is can be written as this one. Okay, it is very simple. Okay, if you are not following, it is very simple. Now what it says, finally when you make it the ratio of this one, that is this particular ratio, active by is nothing but the 1 minus sin phi by 1 plus sin phi, you will get it. This nothing but the Ka. That means PA is equal to Ka multiplied by sigma vertica. That means only this one extra term is coming here. So what is Rankine active earth pressure? Same thing. Vertical you have to make it, get the pressure. Apply instead of K0, just put the Ka. What is Ka? 1 minus sin phi by 1 plus sin phi. What is K0? Just 1 minus sin phi. What is Ka? 1 minus sin phi by 1 plus sin phi. Suppose the K value, suppose phi value is 30 here. What is Ka? 1 by 3. You will get the 1 by 3. Understood? So what we are doing here is we say that here this particular PA and this particular failure plane makes an angle with this one 45 plus 5 by 2. This angle would be 45 plus 5 by 2. Okay, so that's what it is given. So same thing, it is a vertical stress, but only difference is here Ka. Ka is the active earth pressure constant, and Ka can be written as in this way because you have already know this one. Okay, and finally how to represent here in a failure plane. That's what the diagram is given here. The diagram is given here. Okay, so here what it says, the failure planes, this is the, read it, the maximum principal stress, this is the minor. Equation 19.9 can be used to determine the active earth pressure and the retaining wall. The pressure distribution is similar to one shown in the figure, okay, in which K is substituted with the K0. That's the only difference. Here the figure, this particular figure shows the failure planes. These are the failure planes. If you draw the failure planes, Okay, this particular failure plane, as we have seen, is making angle with the 45 plus 5 by 2. Understand? So one way also you can write, it is making angle with 45 plus 5 by 2. Shows the failure plane. These are the incline at 45 plus 5 by 2, the measure principal plane. This is the measure principal plane. Okay, it is inclined with the measure principal plane. When wall move away from the backfield, the failure wedge occur. That means this is what? This whole thing will try to fail. This is the resisting force. When the wall moves away from the backfield, the failure wedge moves downward and the resisting force due to the shearing strength of the soil is developed in upward direction along the failure plane. The resisting force causes a decrease in the earth pressure acting on the wall. The decrease in the earth pressure continues till the maximum resistance has been mobilized. The earth pressure does not decrease beyond this point and active state is reached and the soil has attained the plastic equilibrium condition. What happens? After that it will try to resist it, but after failure plane, what happens? You can't resist, then the soil becomes in a plastic state. I mean plastic equilibrium. So automatically it will fail. This is the case of the active case. Can you guess it now? What would be the passive case if the wall is moving? This is the wall, okay? Pushing means passive. It is also same thing, okay? Here what we have done previously, K naught K, only Kp will come. Passive earth pressure coefficient will come into picture. So how to find out Kp? That we'll see now. So this is the passive earth pressure case, okay? Just I'm going to next. So here, what is happening here? We'll see this one also. Here, now if you see, this is the vertical stress and this is the horizontal. Okay, one circle we have drawn it here. Somewhere the failure plane will be there, okay, that we don't know. Okay, so what happens here, as I said, this is the soil. When try to push it, when you draw a small element here, vertical, horizontal. So which is the measure principal stress here when it is pushing? Pushing this what would this would be constant, and this what happens, the vertical would be maximum because it is pushing, right? So what is happening? This would be same. Then circle shift to in this way. Then finally passive pressure arises where failure plane touches. Because here the pressure at rest. Okay. Then what happens? Automatically the circle is shift in other way and this passive pressure develops and that becomes the maximum measure principal stress. Other becomes minor principal stress. Measure principal stress and it touches the failure envelope. So this is maximum. So same thing it is drawn here. This PP can be found out as OC plus C. This PP is OC, OC. Where is the C? A, B. This may be C only, okay? OC plus CE. Where is that OC? Let me check it. A, B, C. OC. CE, AA dash. Okay, let me check previous one. So that's what. So what it is given here is A. This is A, B, C. Which can be OC? Can you identify? Plus C, OC plus C, D. The previous one you can go. Okay. With previous only, I think they have given. So yeah, same thing. So maybe OC, same thing they have given, OC plus C. The similar way they have given here. Okay. So only difference what I could find out is, again they have find out this PP here, and then finally what is happening here? Here the what is the PP value there? The PP value is, oh, here they have given, sorry. Okay, so they have given here. So same thing. So if you look at that one, the only difference whatever you will get is this PP. Only KP. This KP value will be reverse of that one. This would be 1 plus sine phi by 1 minus sine phi. What is Ka? 1 minus sine phi by 1 plus sine phi. The reverse here. Here what is here plus. Here minus. Understood? When you substitute phi equal 30, you will get 3. Ka, if you substitute, you will get 1 by 3. So same diagram they have given. Here you will get 45 plus 5 by 2. Plane angle. Understood? So what is happening here? We are finding the active pressure and the passive pressure. Active pressure when wall is moving away from the soil. Passive pressure when wall is pushing the soil. So the principal stresses changes, reverse, it become reverse, and the only the coefficient. What are those coefficient? K naught, Ka, and Kp. What is K naught? 1 minus sine phi. What is Ka? 1 minus sine phi by. This you have to remember. What is Kp? 1 plus sine phi by 1 minus sine phi. If the phi value is given, then you can easily find out the horizontal stresses, active cases and the passive cases. When the phi value is given, you can find out the K naught or Ka or Kp. You find out once at what depth it is asked. H if you know, Z we know, gamma if you know, you can find out the vertical or horizontal stresses. Understood? So how will be the, I mean, failure planes here? The failure plane would be what from net 5 by 2. How it would move? The movement would be this one, and this will be the reverse direction. Here, this would be the measure principle. This is constant. Okay, this is increases, and failure plane will takes place. Understood? So that's how the Rankine has given active case, passive case, and so on. Okay, so please go through it, read it. It is very simple thing only. Okay, simple mathematics. You can find out the K naught, Kp, and the Ka. You can find out once you know this Ka, Kp, and K naught. We can find out the horizontal at rest, active case, and the passive case. All three cases we can find out. Okay, so with that I'll stop today. I hope you are so shall I close today?
Okay, sir.
So anyway, just fix the city dates. Maybe from now, maybe 1 week or 2 weeks, when exactly you want. Okay. So keep in that mind. Anyway, we'll fix it up maybe in next class. So before that, I'll give some assignment also. So we'll today we'll end up this one. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.